Okay, really, I feel it's really important to be honest and truthful, especially when you do a product review. This is a non-paid promotion. I bought these motorcycle boots myself. They're made by a company called Duchini. That's the brand name, and I've had them about a year, and I got to say they're one of the most crappiest boots I've ever had. They just did not last. They're not uncomfortable, so that's a pro. They're not uncomfortable, and they're easy to put on and off, but they just haven't lasted. They haven't done the mileage. You can see they've cracked. They're not waterproof. The sole's coming apart. The stitching is just for show around the sole there. It doesn't do anything. Well, it may hold the insole in, I suppose, but it's false leather, and they weren't cheap. I mean, they were over 100 quid, and you thought you'd get something which would last more than a year. You've also got to bear in mind that I'm only a hobby motorcyclist. It's not as though I need to commute on my motorbike to work and back every day. Sometimes I didn't ride the bike, especially during the winter. I haven't ridden it a great deal over the winter. I have done some winter rides and some wet weather rides, but generally I may only go on the bike for 1 or 2 trips a week, and most of those trips are not excessively long, and the boots, they really haven't had a hard life, and they haven't lasted. The other thing about these boots, these Duchini boots, is that on the heel they've got screws screwed through, and that obviously is to hold that part of the sole on, but you wouldn't want to be walking over someone's wooden floor with these, because it would tear them up. So all in all, I give this boot a colossal thumbs down. What a heap of junk, absolute junk. I wouldn't recommend anyone buy them. But another caveat is that I have never had a pair of motorcycle boots last me more than a year and a half anyway. But they seem to go particularly quick. They held together all right, and then all of a sudden they just went. So I've managed to secure myself a bargain. I went to a local motorcycle mega store here in Swindon, and they had a sale on. And for £20, I bought a brand new pair of, I think they're Oxford Trekkers. Yeah, Tracker 2.0 waterproof motorcycle boots. Now you can tell straight away that these will eventually, because of the way they're flexing, they're going to crack through there. But for 20 quid, compared to paying over, I think I might have paid 140 pound for them other boots, 20 quid, if they last a year, that's okay, I can tolerate that. Then I found these in the mega store sale. They've been worn, there's not much wear on them, on the soles, second hand, worn, a leather boot. They look like leather, they've got reinforced ankles, proper motorcycle boot. How much do you reckon? How much do you reckon for those? A fiver, £5. So if they only last a year, there's 2 years supply of boots there. And I also found these. Similar boot, hardly any wear on them. Hardly any wear. I like these boots. They're a high boot, and they've got a nice dual flap at the front. So You can pull that off, and then you can fit your, they've got a nice tall piece on the inside there to keep your feet dry and warm. Nice winter boot, or a wet weather boot perhaps. Again in the sale, Oxford. I don't know what the brand is on this one. Continental WPMS boot. It's a lovely fit. How much do you reckon for these? £5. So for £30 I bought myself 3 pairs of boots. Don't waste your money on these. That's my advice. Duchini, don't waste your money on them. They're not good. They really aren't.